Hello there, it's Eamon McAuley. I'm back with another wee talk about boxing. The subject today is Tony Zale. I was asked by my friend Eddie Goff, would I do this story on Tony Zale? Eddie, delighted. Anything for you, mate. We must meet up for a cup of tea soon. It's been a lot of years. 1987? Wow, since we last met. Seems like yesterday. We spent 2 weeks in Medina. Me, you, Mickey Wasson, Paul Hart, and Colin Cassidy. Uh, Tony Zale was called a man of steel, not because he was a very, very tough guy, which he was, but it was because he was from Gary, Indiana, a steel town. Michael Jackson came from Gary, Indiana, but he couldn't fight. Tony Zale was awarded the Presidential Citizens Medal by President George W. Bush in 1990. Zale was born May 29th, 1913 and died March 20th, 1987, aged 83. He was a middleweight champion of the world and he had 87 pro fights, winning 67 with 18 losses and 2 draws. 45 of his 67 wins were by KO and he was only ever beat inside the distance 5 times. He lived in a very, very tough era in boxing. Believe me, there was no hand-picked opponents then. The middleweight division was probably the toughest it ever was in its history. Zale was a crafty boxer and punishing body puncher who would wear his opponents down before knocking them out. Zale won the undisputed middleweight title in 1941. He rose from the canvas in the first round to defeat Georgie Abrams. Abrams claimed Zale thumbed him in the third, which left Abrams in pain and caused blurred vision. Then a careless head opened a bad cut above Abrams' right eye. Despite fighting half blind, Abrams fought courageously for 15 rounds. It was Abrams' 5th loss in 50 fights. Zale lost his next fight to the great light heavyweight champion Billy Conn in a non-title fight. Tony Zale had previously won the NBA title against Al Hostic and had defended twice. In Zale's first fight against Rocky Graziano, Zale had been inactive for 4 years due to World War II. He was also 33 years of age. Graziano was on a winning streak and seemed to be in his prime. After decking Graziano in the first round, Zale took a savage beating and was on the verge of getting knocked out. He showed incredible heart and resilience. However, Zale rallied and knocked Graziano out in the 6th round to retain his title. The rematch a year later, 1947, was a mirror image of the first fight. This time Graziano was battered around the ring, suffered a closed eye and was on the verge of losing by knockout. He then rallied and knocked Zale out in the 6th, becoming middleweight champion of the world. An ecstatic Graziano said, "Somebody up there likes me," which was later would become a big Hollywood film starring Paul Newman. In fact, I'm going to send off for today. Writing this has put me in the mood to watch it. The last fight was held in New Jersey the following year, 1948, and Zale regained his crown, winning the match by knockout in the 3rd round. Graziano was knocked unconscious. This was Zale's last hurrah. His age and his many ring wars seemed to catch up with him in his next fight against the brilliant Frenchman Marcel Cerdan later that year. European champion Cerdan stopped Zale in the 11th round to win the World Middleweight Championship. Edith Piaf, who was quite famous, who she was having an affair at the time with Sir Dan, was in the audience praying to St. Teresa for his victory. Two of the Zale Graziano fights and the Zale Cerdan fights were named the Ring Magazine Fight of the Year. Tony Zale was a 1981 inductee into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. In November 2015, his championship belts were stolen from the International Boxing Hall of Fame. The belts were on loan from Zale's family and have yet to be returned. Tony Zale was to play himself in the film Somebody Up There Likes Me, but Paul Newman had him replaced. Newman said, "We have to make these fight scenes very realistic, and I would worry Zale would accidentally let one go." In one of my earlier talks about boxing, I spoke about boxing dream fights, but I left this one out. Zale, Lamada, what a dream fight that would have been. Wow. Thanks very much for listening to me today, folks. I hope you have a lovely, blessed day. Take care and God bless. And Eddie Goff, I'll have to catch up and have a cup of tea soon.